Welcome back, everybody, for another episode of Marvel Games here within Game Dev Tycoon. As explained earlier, we are playing as if we have the exclusive license to produce Marvel Comics titles. We're going to hop right back into it using the Atlas engine. We're going to make a game. Let's see what topics we have available first. Time travel, vocabulary, sci-fi, business, UFO, aliens. You know what? Let's just back it up. Let's see where we've been thus far, shall we? A game where you blast the Badoon, a reptile-like race of aliens. Armor Wars, where you're actually trying to compete to create the best armor suit as opposed to simply fighting over them. A werewolf point-and-click adventure where the battles will be fought as inventory puzzles, essentially. You're going to try and defeat the enemies by planning ahead. Sci-fi action game documenting the Kree-Skrull War from the Kree point of view. A secondary title later on will probably hit the Skrull side. A Howard the Duck RPG, which did really well for us, actually. That was a popular game. Dr. Doom's Pirate Treasure. A time travel RPG, and that's where we left off. Okay, we've got 24 points of research, so let's do some new topics. Transport, music, evolution, and dance. Go ahead and add evolution, but we're going to probably do a vocab game. What kind of vocabulary game could we do? What characters would be good? Ooh! Who is a very erudite character within the Marvel Universe who is known to be a bit chatty. Of course, you got folks like Spider-Man, but he's more quippy. Daredevil, who's just mouthy. If you wanted to make a vocabulary game, I don't even know what kind of game you'd make a vocabulary action or simulation RPG, vocabulary adventure. Really, terrible combo? Let's see. Action? Anything can be a good combo for a vocabulary game? Okay, vocabulary action would be great. On the TES, using the Atlas engine. Let's see. Teaches the Beast and the Bard. This is a game where Hank McCoy is going to teach your young child about the works of Shakespeare on the Nintendo game we have here within the game. The Beast, and a lot of incarnations of the character, is known to be very chatty. Story and quest I would love to see higher on the Shakespeare game. So much so that they actually got Kelsey Grammer to play him in X3. AI up, level design up, dialogues. Again, this is backwards for me. This should totally be like an RPG, I guess. Oh, poor Govador 64 losing market share to PCs. Hopefully this game sells well. We are not ready for a new game engine just yet. One of the lessons we learned in our last playthrough was slow your roll. Don't need to jump into things quite as quickly as we did. Going to our new office as soon as we got $1 million, hiring people at ridiculous rates. And just doing a lot of expansion that wasn't quite necessary at the level where we were. So we're going to play a little bit safer this time. Build up a bit of extra cash before we even think about moving to our next office space. Apparently the Beast and the Bard, the combination of the X-Men and Shakespeare, does fairly well in the marketplace, or at least with the reviewers. If you are interested in something along those lines, check out Marvel 1602, which is a story that posits the beginning of the, I guess, Marvel Age of Heroes, as opposed to being in the 1940s to 60s, depending on which characters you really care about. Putting that in the year 1602. With young Virginia Dare of the Roanoke Colony, instead of disappearing, goes back to Mother England with her large Indian guide, who is blonde and blue-eyed and all that sort of stuff. Her name is Rojaz. It's a good story. Neil Gaiman. I forget who did the artwork. Vocabulary action is a terrible combination. Yeah, I was thinking. World design, not terribly important. Story and quest, not important. So maybe next time we'll do a vocabulary RPG. Like, how would you classify Donkey Kong Jr. Math? It's kind of an action game for math. So we're going to keep getting some more topics, because the topics we have kind of suck. School. School gives us a lot of possibilities, as the Marvel Universe does have a lot of, or had at one point or another, school-age characters. You have, of course, Peter Parker. You have the X-Men, which over several generations of different incarnations of the school. You have the Xavier School, you have the Jean Grey School now, you have whatever's going on in Utopia. So we're probably going to make an X-Men game. So topic, school, a simulation on the PC, which is great for Sims, using the Atlas engine. Let's call it, Come on, there you go. Gene. Can't fit. Let's call it Xavier Institute instead. Xavier Institute for everyone. 2D graphics. Let's roll. Go away, things. I want stories and quests a little bit up. Gameplay way up. Engine down. The Xavier Institute, Westchester County, New York. One of my favorite Christmas gifts this past year was an Xavier Institute varsity jacket. A Letterman jacket. It has a big X there. You know, the soft, kind of fluffy sleeves and all that. It's pretty badass. And yes, I do work at a Fortune 500 company, a leader in its field around the globe, and I wear an X-Men jacket while carrying a Mad Catz bag, because, you know, hey, that's just how you roll when you work for the big boys. Why is that still there? There we go. New record on technology. Level design goes up. Everything else is kind of pushing there. Level editor. Marketing. So we need marketing and casual games. And then maybe we'll look at another... Oh, you tease. Got some 10s there. We will look at another engine, because this one's going to do well. This one's going to do very well for us. Star Games, Informed Gamer, simulation games work well on PC. Game Hero, is this all games? 7 from all games? You guys used to be my friends, used to be my brothers. So that's going to come through. We're going to generate game report to go ahead and get some more research points. Go ahead and build that up. What are we going to break on our first week? Not quite 10,000. I was hoping we'd break 10,000 on our first week. Our sales picked up in week 2. That's actually great. Sound, quite important. It actually went up in week 2. That's pretty good. So, what are we going to research here again? We are going to research marketing. Oh, that's going to take a lot. I have another game before we go into casual games. Wait a second. I had target audience already developed. I was thinking that's what allows me to go for youth. Everyone. Thank you. If we do hit over 1 million, we'll go to the next office, but not quite yet. Forgive the mess back here. It is laundry time, and we are folding a lot of laundry. No, the Vena gear will not topple the Gameling. So let's develop a new game. Why not? What topics do we have? Evolution. Okay, so when I think of an evolution-based game, again, I am usually thinking about something along the lines of Pokemon, where you are raising and evolving, if you will, poke-evolving these different creatures. Genre. This will be an RPG. Are you kidding me? Why is an evolution RPG a bad idea? This game. This is why I need to put in some mods. This is a raw game. There are no mods, and I'm sorry, an evolution RPG is probably one of the biggest game franchises in the world. Pick platform. Yeah, we're going to go for it. We're going to go Gameling. I will pay for the license. Game engine. Atlas. So what characters would be great for evolution? Of course you have the X-Men, who are living examples of evolution. What else would be good? What characters grow and change? You have Warlock, who changes a bit, but doesn't really evolve into different forms. Wolverine and Beast have secondary mutations, as a lot of X-Men do. You know what? That's what it's going to be. Secondary mutation. This is a game where you will play as a mutant, and as the game progresses, you will develop new skills, new powers, new physical abilities, new stats as you evolve. Dialogues, get rid of dialogues altogether. Who cares? Level design. I actually want this to be, you know, I know I'm going to mess with this, but level design for me is going to be more important. For an action game, that is more important to me than enemy AI. Again, you're thinking of the Game Boy. These characters don't have to be doing a whole heck of a lot to make it. I'm going to mess up my scores, but I'm playing this game true. If I were to play a side-scrolling action game with some RPG elements, thinking along the lines of what you would get in a Castlevania game, that's how I would balance things out a little bit. I wouldn't follow this game's particular skewed guidelines. I don't need to follow your rules. Game Dev Tycoon. Greenheart Games. Can't box me in. Better user experience. 2D graphics V3, 3D graphics V1. This is kind of weird. Because I think at this era that they're depicting in the game, 2D graphics continued to evolve, but 3D graphics were still really, really new. And I wouldn't be, I guess, playing by heart as opposed to brains. See what it does for you here. I'm not even going to get a 7. Thanks, Game Hero. You like it. 5-5. Boner Jams. 76K. Now we make it back. So we've already made our money back on the game. How is that not? Oh, you are so dumb, game. You are dumb as a stump. Research. We're going to research casual games. And then, oh man, we want to get new graphics too, huh? Casual games, new topic, another game, then baby 3D graphics, then new engine. Like I said, we're going to play it slow. There's no need to rush. Just enough for a new topic. Cyberpunk, dance, transport, music. Gotta go cyberpunk. Bye-bye, Govador64. We will miss you. So it's still, selling really well for such a low-scoring game. Before that secondary mutation can drop off, Atlas, we're going to do a cyberpunk game for everyone. A cyberpunk RPG would do well. Cyberpunk action on Action games are doing better. They're pretty much just on the PC, huh? For only 14% market share. We'll do it because it's cheap. Cyberpunk action on the PC for everyone. So I am thinking you've got a couple different characters. You got Deathlock, you have Death's Head. Would be a good character. Again, I've used them before. Cypher and Forge would make a good Cyberpunk thing simply because of their computer abilities. We are going to go with excuse me. Death's Head 2 was a mid-90s title from Marvel UK. I honestly remember nothing about it. Save that at the time, I really dug the art style. I thought it was beautifully made. I can't guarantee that I am right about that because, again, that was a long time ago, and my tastes and the tastes of other comic book readers have changed over the past, 20 some years. AI, level design, and dialogues. Why not? Because, these are story-driven games. These are narratives about characters with rich backgrounds and history, so why not put some story in the game and build upon that? We're going to pump the sound up, though. Again, world design should be important. Bye-bye, Govador. You got me 215k. This game is going to go pretty well for me, though, as far as quality goes. What proposition do you have for me? Special offer. Borrow research. $59,000. I will pay it because it saves me some time. For a music game. At least it's one thing I don't need to worry about unlocking later. If I could do a music game, I'm sorry, it's going to be a Dazzler game. Every playthrough is going to be a Dazzler game. And you will like it. There will even be alternate costumes so you can have the black version of Dazzler. The original Dazzler. Death's Head 2. I'm sorry, where are these scores coming from? We're going to need to go to the new engine. Only cost me $59,000, so it won't be as hard to be profitable. Look at those sales, that's not a lot. No, this game is a bust. Do I not have anything new to add? Wow. Research, level editor, 2D graphics, 3D graphics, open world. Alright, we're going to go to open world. Thinking, what I'm thinking here for open world and 3D graphics, it's actually going to be 2D graphics on a kind of a 3D plane. If you guys remember the game Draken on the Super Nintendo, and I'm sure other systems, I played it on the Super. We're going to try that. Game backdrops, logo animation, debug program. We will accept this. We're going to try and do some contract work and see if they get some more research points. Yeah, we got this. Alright, thank you. So, how many points do we need? Level editors there. Need 4 more points, so let's do another piece of contract work. We don't care. Logo animation, debug program. Go for it. A lot more technology, so hopefully that'll give us more research points. I can't guarantee it. Well, at least it paid for itself. Got 90 grand off of it. Oh, come on, you dumbass! Oh, I got some research points. Whatever, we'll pay. We're going to consider that a training fee. Let's just go for a new game. Alright, topic. What are we looking for? We're going to do a music game. It's going to be a music simulation. It's going to be... Wait. It'll be a casual music game on the game link. Let's see. Dazzler's Disco Dash for a young audience. Try and focus on what the system can get for us. So what kind of game is Dazzler's Disco Dash? Traditionally, music games have been either music creation titles, something along the lines of a Mario Paint perhaps, or rhythm games, neither of which are especially well suited to the Game Boy, the Game Link, a handheld system which is not known for its great audio or complicated control scheme, and using mono sound. So, we're playing against type for this system, but it is going to be worth the effort. I think this will sell. This might be our biggest seller for quite some time. Leveling up in stories, quests, and dialogues. Simple cutscenes and better dialogues are story options for us. Generate the game report. The reviews for Dazzler's Disco Dash, looking pretty sharp. A perfect 10 from Star Games, the focus on gameplay served the game well. A second 10, truly great from Informed Gamer. A third 10 from Game Hero, best of its kind. And a 9 from All Games, 39 points out of 40. That is a Famitsu score which you can just hang your hat on. That is super. So with that, we're going to close this episode on a successful game. We're going to come back after this short break and see where we can go with our fresh influx of cash, 1.3 million already. So if you guys have any characters you would like to see me play or include in these games, please drop a comment below. Hit me up on Twitter at ATI channel. Otherwise, just come back here and enjoy the show. I will see you all next time. Peace!